What is up, everybody? Welcome to another vlog. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's been a little bit since I checked in, but I want to give you all a status update on my back. As you know, last week I touched on the fact that I had a small disc injury in my back. Left me in bed or on the couch for about 3 days. That was up until last Wednesday. It's now Tuesday, October 1st. I've been back to work for a few days. I'm feeling better, still not in the gym. Still not able to really jog yet, but I'm on the right track. I'm healing up quicker than what I thought I would relative to how bad I felt for the first couple days, so that is great news. Today I'll probably take on about 3 hours of yard work here when my wife gets home. So feeling good enough to get stuff like that accomplished, move around the house. The circulation in my lower extremities has come back, so again, all good things. But I do have a rather intriguing slash maybe controversial, not controversial to me, but controversial topic that we want to touch on today, if you couldn't tell by the title of the video. So now that I've checked in, given you the update, I'm going to get some stuff done here around the house. It's already pushing 2:15 in the afternoon, so it's going to be a rather quick second half of the day. So I'm going to get some chores done, check in with you guys here shortly. All right, everybody, so real quick, let's talk about dietary fiber. Dun, dun, dun. Everybody is so dogmatic with fiber, right? And it's just like when we started this keto carnivore journey, or more of an ancestral type approach to eating. Everybody was so convinced that canola oil was heart healthy, grains were heart healthy, saturated fat was terrible for you, led to heart disease. Eating animal products caused or was related to eating or having diabetes. All the stuff that we've been brainwashed to think is true has been on its way to being proven to be untrue. But with fiber, there seems to be this real hard line in the sand where people are just like, no, you need your fiber. So I'm also involved in some keto groups as well, trying to spread the message about an animal-based diet and how being fairly ketogenic with the macros and primarily focusing on animal foods is probably the most beneficial form of the ketogenic diet. However, there are people who, post all the time my digestive issues, constipation, bloating. It's terrible. They're eating all this fiber and they can't go to the bathroom. They can't get rid of the bloating. They feel terrible. And every time I suggest to have a zero fiber approach to their diet, reference people like Dr. Paul Mason, who has some information on YouTube about the benefits of a zero fiber diet, I always get crazy pushback. So with that, I was able to find, and I will say that this came from Thomas DeLauer's most recent video primarily, but he references a study that you can find in PubMed just by searching stopping or reducing dietary fiber. If you type that into the search bar, you'll get the result. It's from the World Journal of Gastroenterology, and you can pull up the study, read the abstract, whatever's easier for you, and see that they took a study of 63 individuals, a zero fiber group, a reduced fiber group, and a standard / high fiber group. And they did this study for 6 months. After 6 months, 41 people had, out of the 63, had stayed zero fiber because they were reaping the benefits and digestive relief that it provides. 16 people stayed in the reduced fiber category because they were feeling good. And then, if my math is correct, 6 people or so stayed their standard fiber diet. What they found over the course of this study was that the zero fiber group went from having a bowel movement every 3.75 days to now once every day. The reduced fiber group was having a movement every 4 days. That was now down on a reduced fiber diet down to every 2 days. So they were getting some relief, but not almost complete relief like you would say the zero fiber group was having. And there was no significant change in the group on a standard fiber intake diet. So what can we conclude from that study would be that if you want digestive relief, if you want to lessen your bloating, lessen your discomfort, which is one of the main things that drove me to carnivore, when I had first heard about this idea that fiber might be the issue. And again, I think it was a YouTube video from Dr. Paul Mason on like a low carb down under type channel, something like that, that pointed me in this direction. I gave it a shot, and literally the first week I tried it now, a handful of months ago, it was an instant, immediate impact. I mean, the reduction in fiber was giving complete digestive relief. There was no more bloating, gas, discomfort, constipation, and all the other things that come with eating heavy amounts of indigestible food on a ketogenic diet. And I'll say that's on a standard ketogenic diet, right? Where I'm trying to get, and I had to learn to like vegetables. I never really cared for them too much growing up. So I was eating 2-3 salads a day, still with a bunch of animal foods because that's my preference. That's my taste buds have always liked to eat meat, good quality meat, and eggs. So I was still eating a bunch of that, but I was also eating a bunch of salad and nuts and seeds and so on and so forth. Short chain fatty acids can be produced by fermenting foods in your intestine, right? And those short chain fatty acids are used by the body to feed the intestine, the intestinal lining in the gut. So it is important to have short chain fatty acids available in your gut to feed the lining to better support healthy digestion and excretion of food and absorption of nutrients. So, but it was shown that, and there are studies out there that say people who eat an animal-based diet primarily have better utilization and better availability of these short-chain fatty acids to feed your intestinal lining in your gut. So that's another good reason why having an animal-based diet, whether you have some fiber or not, from time to time, I still will. Now, I've done videos showing you what I eat from time to time. And yes, occasionally I throw something like cauliflower in to make like a stir fry or something when I'm having some ground beef or some steak stir fry. No sauce, no seasoning, just some cauliflower, rice, eggs, and meat. But so from time to time, it's okay. If you have healthy digestion, you don't have an issue with these type of foods, then you can include them from time to time. And in my opinion, still be considered carnivore, right? You're having more than 90% of your diet or so come from animal foods, which I think is pretty carnivorous and pretty ancestral. I think it's more appropriate to be ancestrally carnivore and get your plant material foods in a time of starvation, right? You're not going to completely ignore survival and getting calories and how important those calories might be to survival. So from time to time, include them, especially if you have no reactions to them, and it probably won't hurt your progress or your carnivore status. And lastly, on why I don't believe we are designed to eat copious amounts of fiber is the fact that our cecum mostly resembles the cecum of natural carnivores like lions, wolves, dogs. And yes, your dog is a carnivore. Stop feeding it crap from the fridge or crap out of a box in your pantry. So with that said, so our cecum, and you can Google obviously images of this on the internet and find the differentiation in the intestines and cecum of herbivores, omnivores, carnivores, and so on and so forth. And we may be technically an omnivore to some capacity, but our digestive system definitely mirrors or comes closest to looking like that of a meat eater carnivore. I think you can still get plenty of micronutrients from an animal-based diet. Obviously, with fish, eggs, grass-fed animal products, you're getting high levels of omega-3, EHA, DHA, EPA. You're getting higher levels of vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin K2, potassium, and so on and so forth. So don't worry about skipping out on your veggies once in a while. You don't need them. Your body is very inefficient at processing them, and you can, like I said, you can get micronutrients elsewhere. So with those things, I'm gonna leave that rant at that, and check in with you guys here shortly. All right, everybody, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. Until the next time, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna hang out, watch a little bit more of the Champions League game on behind me, and then get the day in the yard started. So thank you again. I appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you all here in the next video. What do you say?